Buenas noches, amigos, bienvenidos a un programa más de Platicando con su servidor Carlos Alazraki, el programa donde aprendemos y conocemos cómo gente ordinaria se ha convertido en gente extraordinaria. Les voy a decir algo rapidísimo. Mi invitado de hoy es la persona más importante que ha venido a este programa en los 11 años. Es gurú de la India, una persona que ha fundado el arte de vivir, una organización mundial gigantesca que lo único que se preocupa es hacer el bien. Y lo que vamos a hablar es cómo poder hacer el bien entre nosotros, los seres humanos, cómo convivir y cómo vivir mejor. Y yo creo que esa es la esencia. Voy a hacer el programa en inglés, va a estar subtitulado porque no quiero que la traducción retrase mis posibilidades de hacer preguntas. Entonces, disfrútenlo, véanlo 1000 veces porque va a ser una gran lección para todos nosotros. Gracias. Welcome to Mexico. Welcome very much, and
thank you.
We're extremely happy that you're here. My first thought is why the art of living is so hard. Why are we human beings don't see life as easy as it should be?
You see, in life, right from brushing the teeth to driving a car, we need to learn. A primitive person doesn't know how to brush the teeth.
True.
They don't know how to drive a car. So we learn all this. Language we learn reading, we learn writing. In the same way, we need to learn about ourselves. Once we learn, it is not difficult. Driving a car is not difficult at all when people learn it.
True.
Same with riding a bicycle. So, just a little education, a little awareness about who we are, how we can keep our mind fresh, how I can keep ourselves happy. This is necessary.
It is. The teachers of our life are our parents, and the teachers of my parents are their parents, and so forth. Those are the ones who teach us right or wrong.
Correct. We learn from parents, no doubt. But parents send us to school also.
Yes.
Parents don't teach us everything.
True.
They teach us some things, and we had to learn something from school, and some other things we learn from society. We learn something from media, watching the television. So the whole life is learning process. Only thing is we need to be open to learning without prejudice.
Who can teach us and how do we learn?
This is the advancement of science. When our temper is scientific, so we see that I need to learn more. I cannot have prejudice. This awareness will come with us. And that is why this Art of Living program that we are teaching everywhere is to help people learn about their own body, breath. See, breathing.
See.
Our whole life depends on the breath.
Really?
The first thing we did coming into the planet, we took a deep breath in.
Yes.
And the last thing we will do,
we
breathe out.
True.
The whole life we keep breathing, but we have not learned anything about breath.
No.
That's where we need to learn. See, breath has linked to our emotions, our thoughts, and the way we feel. So if we learn about breath, there is no way depression can come to you. There is no way you feel helpless about your own emotions, your own feelings. And you can energize yourself when you're so tired couple of deep breaths, a few minutes of breathing exercise brings back the energy in you. So a lot we can learn about our breath. And then about our mind. We don't know much about our mind at all.
No, we don't.
Our mind keeps vacillating between the past and the future. We are angry about the past and we are anxious about the future.
And we're angry because of the past, that it's gone, that there's nothing we can do about it.
Nothing we can do about it. And we keep holding on to that anger.
Why?
Because we don't know about our mind.
Okay.
Similarly, you see, what we usually do is, if you are given 10 compliments and one insult, what you hold on to?
The compliments.
10 compliments disappear. We forget.
Disappear, yes.
We hold on to one negative insult.
And we keep it, true.
Keep it in the heart.
True.
And we pledge, oh, I will not forget about it.
But why?
Because we have not learned about ourselves. So we need to learn a little bit about our minds. How our mind can be in Aki, aura.
Right.
Now and here. How to bring the mind. Children do it. As adults, somewhere we never learn to do it. This is very important to learn about our intellect, our memory, our ego. Most of the problems in our life, whether in the family, in the business or workplace, or in politics, is of ego.
True.
So, seeing life from a broader perspective brings enormous strength from within us. And this is what is being taught in Art of Living programs.
We have to go and learn, because the kindness of humanity, which I believe everybody, our audience, everybody has a lot of kindness, but they don't show it, or they don't display.
They don't know how to express it.
Yes, they don't. But they don't know how to express envy and courage and angriness.
Correct. But, in a house, if there are 5 people in a house or 10 people, they all live in their different worlds.
True.
You seldom find a connection between them all. So, how we can improve our communication depends on how we know ourselves. And this needs a little bit of training. And for this we teach meditation. Meditation is a very good tool to find the inner joy. Once you are happy from inside, then you share it with everyone around you.
That is true.
And also, it helps you to become more intuitive. In meditation, what happens if you meditate? You get the gut feeling. You can use your sixth sense. Intuition. And then it enhances creativity.
True.
People who are creative, they have contentment. And when you don't have contentment, that's when you're frustrated, because you don't have creativity.
And creativity, everybody has it.
Everybody has
Everybody
it.
has
Everybody has it.
It is true. There's always one thing that I have not been able to understand. A lot of people go to work unhappy because they don't like their boss, they don't like their company, and they go to work because they have to work to sustain their family. in those places, these people have envy because they believe their boss is not as intelligent as he, and they get sick, and cancer is a lot of sickness because of resentment. It's not very hard not to. Compassion is very important more than hate, no? Or no?
Definitely. Again, because we do not know how to get rid of the stress. It is okay you get upset. Getting upset is a normal thing. Getting angry is normal. But the healthy anger is that it should stay only as long as you draw a line on the surface of water. It's okay to get angry, but you should come back to the moment. You should be able to get rid of it. This again is not being taught, neither at home nor in school. Anyone teaches you, if you are upset, how to get back.
And how to get back.
The breath helps here. Breathing exercises, meditation, these techniques help you come right back.
When you go to meditate, you don't have a program. You just go and meditate, and whatever flows into your mind is what
meditation is not concentration. Many people think it's focusing mind, it's putting effort. No, it's an effortless technique. So it needs to be learned. 2-3 days, 3 days, 2 hours each day. Any teacher can teach you. One need to learn that, of course. But apart from this, I would say seeing life from a broader perspective. You know?
Yes.
And have a bigger goal in life can help you get over the small worries and the tensions that we create for ourselves.
Guruji, we all have angel and devil. Angel is okay because he's our friend. Devil, give us bad thoughts. Everybody has them. Even if you're watching TV, suddenly the devil comes out and give you negative thoughts.
The devil in you is stress.
It is a stress.
Stress. Once you get over the stress, there is no devil in you. Like a child, you look at a child. Do anybody say that a child has a devil in him?
No.
No.
They are natural and happy.
We haven't born to this world with devils in our head.
True. True.
I say devil is like the shadow. When you are looking towards the light, you don't see the shadow.
But why, Guruji?
But when you look away from the light, that's when you see the shadow. So, as a child, when we came into this world, we had all positivity.
True.
We can maintain that within us.
But why? And my public knows it. Let's say that you are in a perfect environment in your house with your children, your wife. Everything is very happy. And suddenly the devil tells you, if you go to vacation, one of your kids could get drowned.
Fear.
Or, yes, why? And you're not even thinking about your vacations. You're not even...
Fear. Yes, fear in the mind or all these negative emotions that comes up is because we have not learned how to handle them, number one. Second is because of the toxins in the system. It can affect. If you have a constipation, or if you are not okay bodily and physically, you'll be bombarded with negative thoughts.
Really?
See, our body mind is a complex. So you need to attend a little bit to the body and a little bit to the mind also. So if when our body is healthy, you will have less and less negative thoughts. And if our mind is vibrant, like a young child, fresh, alive, then there is only enthusiasm.
True. I am comparing your thoughts with my granddaughters, and you're absolutely right. They are innocent, happy, having plans with emotion. Why it's...
I'm not saying negative thoughts are bad or I should not be there. It's okay even if it comes, but we should learn how to handle our anger, how to get back to the innocence. You know, if you watch a child is crying, there are tears in its cheek, but it doesn't take much time for it to smile back again.
I agree.
It smiles again immediately. But for an adult, it may take months, sometimes years to come back. Why? Because we have not learned to refresh our minds.
The art of living is a beautiful movement around the world. It's a beautiful, beautiful movement. Did you ever think it was going to be that big?
I had some idea like
You
that.
did. You did. It's full with human beings, with beautiful human beings.
Yeah. When I was a child, I used to say I have my friends, I have relatives all over the world.
True.
I'm going to USA, Mexico, and South America, all that I used to say. And my friends used to ask me, then can you get me stamps and coins from those places? I said, no problem, I'll get you all that. And they would come and ask my mother. My mother would pull my ear and say, why are you telling lies? I had no answer then.
Of course, of course. I want to speak a little bit about politics. Presidente Santos from Colombia invited you to talk with FARC. How were you able to connect angry people with guns, with power? What was the formula?
Yeah, we have been working in Colombia for last 10 years. So, looking at our work in the social field, the president had conferred me their highest civilian award. After the award ceremony, there was just a formal handshake for 5 minutes, but the meeting went on about 50 minutes. He was expressing his difficulties, how the peace process has come to a standstill, not working. So then I said, let me go to Cuba, Havana, meet with the FARC, see what I can do. So we went there, a group of us, 15 of us, me and my teachers and all of us, we landed there. In the beginning, they was hesitant, they were resistant, because they believe in Marxism, and I'm a Hindu saint, and then say saint, and spirituality is far from,
From guns.
from them, yeah. So they said it is, they were a little hesitant. But then, when they sat with me, then we spoke. I told them I understand their predicament. I understand they are also victims. They were not having parties, enjoying in the forest with the guns. They have dedicated their life for social justice. They are fighting for a cause, taking all this trouble on themselves. And in this conflict, I told them they are also victims. I understand that. They told me, you are the first person who understands us, as we are also victims. In this war, everybody is a victim. Then I told him, look, we all are with you in social cause, social justice.
True.
But the path you have taken, the violence, is not permissible. You should drop this path. adopt Gandhian principle of non-violence. Initially they said, no, that will be hypocritical to say Gandhian principle. We lost millions of our people, our cadre. What we will tell our people? No, we can't tell you. Then they meditated with us. I said, okay, let's do some meditation. So 3 days we continuously did some breathing meditation. On the third day, they agreed. They said yes.
On day 3?
Day 3.
After 10 years or 20?
Day 3, after 53 years of war, they said, we adopt the Gandhian principle of non-violence and we declared unilateral ceasefire. In the beginning, neither the press nor the government was ready to believe this is true. They said it's another gimmick. But then the peace process started again, continued. And since then, they were meditating regularly. Our teachers went and did some silence program retreats and they said, this is something we have been missing in our movement, this spiritual energy. And I saw the goodness in them come up very strongly.
We're going to make a break. We're coming back in 3 minutes. And I'm going to ask you my next questions. Why are you in Mexico? I know already, but I would like that the public knows. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Thank you. Ahora regresamos 3 minutos. Bien amigos, estamos de regreso en Platicando con. Mi invitado es el gurú indio Ravi Shankar, para mí la persona más importante en este momento que hay en todo el mundo, simplemente porque busca la paz. You came to Mexico to do what?
So many people from Mexico has been inviting me for so long. Last 8 years I've been getting so many invitations. Somehow this time I could make time, Since I was so close in Colombia, I said, okay, I will give 3 days to Mexico as well. And here also people are working in the prisons. And tomorrow I'm going to see the inmates in the prisons.
Bravo.
Because they have undergone such a tremendous transformation. And also with children who are into violence and drugs. We are trying to bring them out of drug and violence. And we have done it, nearly 3,500 such children, juveniles. We have worked on them. And then in several other provinces also we are working with our volunteers, teachers are working. So they wanted me to come and inspire them a little bit more.
You have more than you think. You have. Guruji, this is the last political question, but I have to ask you because I have to ask you. The world right now, Europe, United States, Latin America especially, have gone with populist politicians. And populist politicians are the type of persons who blame everybody, they blame to somebody, and they are going to help it. And they lie to the people a lot, and the people, I don't know why, believe them. What's happening?
There is a lot of fear in people. After these terror attacks around the world, and domestic violence, and drugs, and all these issues, gun culture. And because of violence, there is fear in the people. And of course, when you are afraid, then you go with people who tell you, more about that picture and gives you some solace. So naturally people go with them. But I tell you, these things cannot work for too long. We can't rule the world with fear and division. We need to move on to another level of uniting people, uniting cultures, languages, civilizations, and give a vision to our youth that the whole world is one family.
I agree. So the solution, what would be?
Solution is more confidence building, building bridges among the community, reducing the violence. See, the countries around the world spend billions on arms and ammunitions.
True.
If they spend a small fraction, 1% of what the country spends on weapons, if they spend just 1% of it on peace education, educating people on the importance of non-violence, non-violent communications, it can make a very big difference.
At the beginning of the program, you said about education and learning. It just come to me that there's no one university that I know in the world that teaches a career, peace, education.
Correct. This is needed.
Definitely.
Definitely.
What is money? What is the significance of money?
Money is a
that
means.
is so much greed in the people and in the world, in the countries.
Money is just a means to find comfort.
But you're not rich and you have more comfort than any millionaire.
But people think, it's only through money becomes a point of security. Instead of money being a means for comfort, you think it is the goal of your life, then you are bound to be doomed.
But everybody in the Western will do that.
But see, they are miserable. They have no purpose in life. They are sad, depressed,
because they don't
unhappy.
achieve their goal?
No, even you have all the money, if you are not happy, what is the use?
Agree.
That's why today even United Nations has recognized GDH, gross domestic happiness, not just gross domestic income. So happiness is a factor. Today world over people are recognizing it. Countries are recognizing it. See, you may have a lot of money, but you can't eat sweets, you have diabetes.
True.
You can't sleep, you have insomnia. What good is that money for? So it is necessary to have income, it is necessary to have comforts. But more than that is values.
True.
If you don't have human values, riding above the other needs in life, then that life is,
Human values.
very frustrating.
Human values are self-thought or they teach you?
Both.
Both.
Some comes to you by your very bringing up. Some other things you need to be made aware of. So it's both combination.
And how come it's so hard to humanity? How come it's so hard for humanity to have them?
It's not hard. As I said in the beginning, if you don't know how to ride a bicycle, it is so hard.
True.
If you have not learned how to brush your teeth, it is so hard for you to do that. But you need to learn some things. For someone to learn Spanish may be very hard, but a child born in a Spanish family is very easy for them. Like that, when we create an atmosphere in the society where we value non-violence. When I was a school boy, we had prize for those who were very composed and were tranquila all the time.
Yes.
There was prize for that. But today, the pride unfortunately got itself attached to aggression
Exactly.
and violence.
Exactly.
So the hero and macho man means one who is very aggressive, one who involved in foul language. That is the role model that is destroying our society. So we need proper role models, the right role models.
Guruji, is it true that fear is man's worst enemy and love is man's best friend?
Of course.
It is true?
Of course, yes. Fear, I would say it is because there is no love, there is fear. If there is love, there is no fear.
Say it again.
You see, when there is love, and then there is no fear. But if there is fear, then the love goes to the background.
But because there's no love?
Yeah. I would say fear, love, and hatred, they all are in a sort of triangle. So when there is love, there is no hatred or fear.
True.
When there is hatred, there is no fear or love.
Why do we hate?
Because of stress, mistrust, ignorance, and old wounds and scars in our heart.
Why do we human beings, which I hated myself, compare? And when they compare against oneself, they get angry and, the classical, he's rich because he stole money, and he did not steal money. You know what I mean?
I have the same question. This is my question. Life is so short and there is not enough time to love. Why do you hate people?
I agree.
I say, where is the time to get yourself drowned in these negative feelings? You will be gone. Everybody will be gone from this planet at some point of time. So we all have short span called life. In this short span, we should make life a celebration. Bring in more enthusiasm, unite people. It may appear to be very utopian concept.
No, it's not.
It is not. It is practical, it is possible, and that's what our Art of Living volunteers have been working around the world. And we have really got good success in it.
I have seen it, and I do it. I say hello to a lot of people on the street that I don't know. And I just smile and I said hello, or I go with my car, turn around, smile. They see me like if I was crazy. Even if they tell me hello, they said hello, no? And there was a video on YouTube, in the internet, in New York. It was an experiment that one person wanted to hug a stranger. See? And 50% accept the embrace. The other 50%, they said, "You're crazy, leave me alone." Can you believe it, Guruji?
Yeah, because people are suspicious about others. Prejudice, we have prejudice about race, religion, gender,
Yes.
age group. Young people don't want to sit with elderly people. And elderly people don't consider young people as something important.
And they
or
are.
some are sensible. So these all different type of prejudice clog our society. And this is something that we need to move past. That is where we would need some education.
Ay, ¿qué me pongo hoy día? Ay, lo mismo de ayer. ¡Ah! ¡Fuera!
Martes y jueves, por Haz Click. Conecta tu vida.
Because your head is not positive. Am I right?
One of the reasons,
One
not
of
all.
the reasons.
If you eat wrong, if you don't exercise, then also sickness comes.
Okay.
And your thinking also has, and your emotion, your pent-up emotions, suppressed emotions can all cause sickness.
Why do we have suppressed emotions? Which we shouldn't, because it's inside of us and we should scream and have them and be joyful. Why do we suppress them?
You are asking my question to myself.
Yes. If I have the answer, I write you.
I know the answer too, but I do ask this question, everyone. I ask this question to everyone. The thing is, see, because we have not learned it anywhere, how to get rid of these emotions that bother us, how we can help ourselves to keep ourselves happy. See, when you go to hospital, the doctors keep themselves healthy. They wear the mask, they have the gloves, they know how to keep themselves sanitized. But in the same way, we need to keep ourselves happy in spite of all the unhappy environment around us. This is just an awareness.
Guruji, my belief is all of us are equal, exactly equal. We like to go to the movies. We like to go to the football game. We like to go to school. We like to eat with our friends on a Friday night or Saturday night. We like to progress in our work. We laugh. We love to enjoy and laugh, and we love to progress and see our children being better educated and being better than us. We hate violence, and we want to be happy. That's it. Why us do not respect the same feelings that we're looking for? I never understand it, and that bothers me a lot. And probably my stomach is big because I am angry with that.
I too have the same question, but it doesn't bother me. Because I know they have not been educated on that. We have not educated our generation with a broad mindset, with a spiritual mindset, with the feeling of sense of belongingness with everybody. Everybody is equal is a communist thinking. Everybody is unique is a spiritual thinking.
Yes.
So when we think everyone is unique, we don't try to make everybody equal. Because the communism had tried for 4 decades to see people are equal, and they couldn't find them. There is always some celebrity. There is always someone is richer. There is always someone is more wiser. Someone is more intelligent.
True.
So they could not make everybody equal.
Yes.
But in spiritual sense, when you think everyone is unique, this is the Gandhian principle. of seeing everyone unique, you respect everybody
I agree.
with equal respect, with high, unique respect to everyone. And this is what we need today. Respecting diversity, respecting everyone's uniqueness, and giving everyone a chance to blossom to their fullness. They don't need to compete with others, but they can blossom in their own unique way.
We have 2 more minutes. I don't want to talk. I want to please tell us a farewell note so we can sleep with a big smile and be better the whole year and all our lives.
Sonríe. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias. It's been a pleasure. It's been an honor. I feel very happy, and I bless you, and please keep doing humanity the big favor of living and helping to change the world.
Bendición.
Igual.
Todo el mundo.
Igualmente. Gracias. Y a ustedes, querido público, espero que hayan disfrutado mucho el programa. Estoy muy, muy emocionado. Reflexionen, vale la pena la reflexión. Lo que está diciendo Ravi Shankar no es muy difícil, lo tenemos todos adentro de nosotros, y con un poco de actitud hacia el bien, con toda nuestra humanidad, viviríamos mejor, México sería mejor sin tantas envidias, y duérmanse con una sonrisa, levántense con otra, Dios me los bendiga, tengan la mejor semana que han tenido en su vida.
Gracias.
Y buenas noches, fue un gran programa.